Hey there, yogi. Welcome to day 16 of the 30-day yoga challenge for beginners. My name's Crystal Gray. I am your guide through this program, and I'm also the creator of the Yoga Goddess Academy. All right, so today our affirmation is, I allow myself to experience pleasure. So how we will tap into that affirmation is by honing in on the sacral chakra. This is the second chakra up from the root. It's in the pelvic area. And some other poses that are really good for this chakra would be hip stretches. Those are very common, and also very kind of watery movements. Today we'll be utilizing Warrior 2 as well as side angle stretch to open up the pelvis and tap into this area a little bit more. In today's flow, I've got something new for you. It's the first time that we're actually putting together some poses within a flow. So we've been doing some sun salutations, and now we'll start adding in a little bit more poses to make it more of a vinyasa style class. So we've been doing a little bit more of a hatha styled class where we were doing some sun salutations, sure, but then we'd come up to stand to do our standing poses. So I'm excited to see what you think about how I start incorporating more poses today, and I hope it gives you more ideas on how you can start doing it on your own whenever you're practicing at home without me around. So don't forget to let me know in the comments how this class made you feel and what you thought about adding these different poses into the flow. I know it can be a little bit challenging, so just do what you can, modify how you have to. And then finally, we'll wrap it up with a beautiful and short meditation, really tapping into the sacral chakra. All right, yogi, have a great practice. Start at the front of your mat in Tadasana, or standing mountain pose. Bring your big toes together to touch, or separate your feet fist width apart. Ground down into all four corners of the feet. Have a gentle squeeze in your quads, neutral pelvis. Lift the rib cage up away from the hips. Relax the shoulders, chin parallel to the ground. Bring your arms by the sides and start to breathe here. Find a gazing point to help calm the mind. Deep breaths. Breathing helps you connect to the present moment. Helps to tune out distractions. On your inhale, draw the lower belly just very gently in and up, not sucking in and up. And as you inhale, expand in every direction. And as you exhale, soften. Relax the face. On your inhale, I allow myself. Exhale to experience pleasure. How can you find pleasure on your mat today? It's not going to be by pushing yourself really hard or hurting yourself. Okay, so really think about that as you move through your flow. I allow myself to experience pleasure. On your inhale, reach your arms up, palms touch. Exhale, fold slowly, bend the knees if needed to tilt the pelvis. You do not need to touch the ground. Inhale, you can bring your hands to your shins and come into a flat back, monkey pose, chest forward. Exhale, fold, bring your hands down, step back to plank. Inhale, push forward so the shoulders come past the wrists, knees down. Exhale, lower down, squeeze the elbows in, chest lands first. Uncurl the toes, hands beside the chest. Inhale, lift the chest forward and up into a little cobra. Exhale, slowly come down. Curl the toes under. Inhale, try to push up in a straight line to the hands and knees. Exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Breathe here, full stretch. Push into the knuckles, setting the hips up and back. Roll the shoulders away from each other, roll the forearms in. And just bring one heel down and the other heel down, waking up the hamstrings and the calves and the feet. I allow myself to experience pleasure. Walk your feet forward towards your hands, coming back to your Tadasana feet. Inhale, halfway up to monkey pose. Exhale, fold over the legs, let the head hang, ground down, look out. Inhale, come up with a flat back, palms touch overhead. Exhale, bring the hands down through center. And breathe here. I allow myself to experience pleasure. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, fold. Tilt the pelvis, lift the tailbone. Inhale, monkey pose, wherever you need to go to get a flat back. Bend your knees, exhale, step back to plank. Try to alternate the feet you step with. Inhale, push forward, knees down. Exhale, lower down, arms by the sides. Uncurl your toes. Inhale, chest forward and up, chin stays tucked. Exhale, come down. Curl the toes under. Inhale up to the hands and knees. Exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. I could take a couple cleansing breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. I allow myself to experience pleasure. Walk the feet forward towards the hands. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold over the legs. Ground down, look out. Inhale, rise up, flat back, palms touch overhead. Exhale, hands to the heart. Find your gazing point. Come back to your breath. I allow myself to experience pleasure. Okay, so now let's start to add in a couple poses. This is something new for the 30-day challenge. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, monkey pose, flat back. Exhale, step back to plank. Inhale, push forward, knees down. Exhale, lower. Uncurl the toes. Inhale, chest forward and up, Bhujangasana. Exhale, down. Curl the toes under, draw the shoulders away from the mat. Inhale, push up to modified plank. Exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Okay, so this is where it gets different. Okay, so bend your knees. Inhale, look forward. At the end of the exhale, bring your right foot through low lunge. Bring your right foot through low lunge. Flatten your back foot. And then slowly windmill your arms up. Gazing out through the right middle finger. So now we're in Virabhadrasana 2. Right knee's bent towards 90 degrees. Heel is in line with the arch of the back foot. Turn the back toes in slightly. Breathe here. I allow myself to experience pleasure. Really opening up the pelvis, getting into the sacral chakra. So inhale and exhale. Bring both hands down. Come back to your plank. Inhale, push forward, knees down. Exhale, lower. Uncurl the toes. Inhale, chest forward and up, cobra. Exhale, down. Curl the toes under. Inhale, push up to the knees. Exhale, hips up and back. Okay, now I'm just going to turn around so I can mirror you. You don't have to do that. Bend the knees. Inhale, look forward. At the end of the exhale, however you can, left foot forward. So you might bring it halfway and grab it and bring it through. Or come to the hands and knees and bring the foot in front. Okay, lift the back knee, flatten the back foot, windmill the arms up. Torso open towards the long edge of the mat. And breathe here. Left heel in line with the arch of the back foot, back toes turned in slightly. Front knee right on top of the ankle. Open up the pelvis without the knee moving. It's more important for the knee to be right on top of the ankle than to open the hips. Virabhadrasana 2. I allow myself to experience pleasure. Exhale, windmill both arms down on either side of the left foot. Plank, however you can get there. Inhale, push forward, knees down. Exhale, lower. Uncurl the toes. Inhale, chest forward and up, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, come down. Curl the toes under. Inhale, up to the knees. Exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Hold here. Remember, anytime you're in down dog, feel free to take a break and come down to child's pose or just sitting back onto the heels. Okay, so now we're going to do that one more time, and we're going to add in another pose. So bend the knees, inhale, look forward. At the end of the exhale, right foot through, however you can get there, low lunge, flatten the back foot, windmill the arms up. So coming back to the pose we just did, warrior two. Now you can grab a block. We might not use it, but you can grab it and place it by your ankle if you have one. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, bring your right forearm to the right leg, left arm up and overhead. Side angle stretch, parsvakonasana. So you're in a straight line from the heel all the way up to the fingertips. Make sure not to dump into the bottom arm. Have a lot of space in between the shoulder and the ear. Now both shoulders are directly over the bottom knee, so we're not going like this. Twist the belly button open. Now if you can keep that and bring the hand to the block with both shoulders directly over the leg, do that. It's more important to have both shoulders directly over the leg than it is to come down as far as you can and not have that. Keep really grounding down into the outside edge of the back foot. Okay, inhale, rise up. Exhale, windmill both arms down on either side of the right foot. Now you can feel free to skip this vinyasa or do it with me. Inhale, plank. Knees can come down. Exhale, lower. Uncurl the toes. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down. Curl the toes under. Inhale, modified plank. Exhale, hips up and back. Bend the knees. Inhale, look forward. At the end of the exhale, left foot through, low lunge, flatten the back foot, windmill the arms up. Make sure the heel's in line with the arch of the back foot. Bend the knee. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, left forearm to the left leg, right arm overhead. And the top palm faces down like you're trying to close the armpit. Push into the bottom leg, space in between the shoulder and the ear. Push into the outside edge of the back foot. Keep the neck in line with the spine. I allow myself to experience pleasure. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, windmill the hands down on either side of the left foot, plank. Inhale, push forward, knees down. Exhale, lower. Uncurl the toes. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down. Curl the toes under. Inhale, knees. Exhale, down dog. Breathe here, push the knuckles down into the mat. And then come down to the hands and knees and sit back onto the heels for a moment. So as you can see, you don't need to do a lot in order to get a good workout from yoga. Now what we'll do is move into a meditation and kind of slow down the heart rate, slow down the breath. If you've got two blocks, this is what I want you to do. If you don't have blocks, just sit in easy seated pose with the legs crossed. Otherwise, knees together, feet apart, place the blocks long ways like that, so wide. Right on top of each other, and then sit on top of the top block. Have your hands on your knees. Close your eyes. Take a couple cleansing breaths, maybe with a sigh. If this hurts the knees, just come to easy seated pose. You could still sit on a block or a bolster for that pose. Start breathing a little bit more into the belly, into the pelvis, visualize into the pelvis. Of course, you're not really breathing into the belly, but we're expanding the belly with the breath. Now open your eyes and let's place our hands on our sacral chakra. So I like to make a little triangle, thumbs touching, fingers pointing down, touching as well. Relax the shoulders. Just hold this with your hands as long as you can. If it gets uncomfortable, bring back to the knees. Start to visualize an orange light coming from your hands, going into the sacral chakra, into the second chakra. Expand that area with the breath. I allow myself to experience pleasure. Repeat that affirmation, seeing this orange light going from your hands into the pelvis, filling that area with orange light. Notice your breath slowing, your heart rate slowing. If your hands get tired, place them on the knees and just keep that orange light in the pelvis. Keep the inner body bright by lengthening the spine but not having it be rigid. Relax the outer body by softening the face, the eyes, the cheeks, the jaw, the shoulders. Repeat that affirmation a few more times, seeing the orange light in the sacral chakra. I allow myself to experience pleasure. And just notice how you're feeling now after your practice. And lower your head, blink your eyes open, and lift your head. So if you know that you need to work a little bit on the sacral chakra, on allowing yourself to experience pleasure, or even find out what those things are that bring you pleasure, I would highly recommend doing more meditations like this where you're visualizing this orange light and just focusing energy there, as well as doing practices like this. You don't necessarily have to do poses that are specifically for that chakra. If you're really utilizing the affirmation, then the intention is there. All right, yogi, I hope that you enjoyed this practice. Please let me know in the comments how you felt after you got done. Thank you so much and have a great day. Namaste.